everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So let's talk about Rick Grimes and Fear the Walking Dead and its season 6 finale coming up in a few weeks from now. I think there's going to be some connection here. There's not going to be any type of Rick Grimes thing where it's like Rick's alive or whatever. There's going to be none of that, but there is going to be a CRM connection. And the reason why is because of Althea and Isabel, and because of what these, I guess, the end is the beginning group people want to do. Like, their main objective is to set off that nuclear bomb on that submarine, and you bet the CRM are going to want to be involved in that. There's no way in hell they're going to ignore something like that, and so you know there's going to be a connection. It's why Al is gone right now. She's going to bring Isabel into the picture, and yeah, I want to talk about how this could connect to the Rick Grimes movies and how Morgan could eventually cross over there. And yeah, so before we continue, I do want to mention that I do have a Twitter, so make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter. I'm back on Twitter now. It's mostly just to follow a lot of sports stuff because it's a lot of fun, and I will tweet my thoughts here and there just on things that, like, on Instagram I can kind of post my thoughts, but it's very, like, I can't, like, posting tweets, obviously you can kind of tweet whatever the hell you're thinking, but on Instagram you gotta have a picture, and if I have something to say, I don't want to post a picture with it. Like, you know what I mean? Anyways, my Twitter or whatever is in the description down below, so if you want to go follow me there. I also have, like, Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, let's talk about this. So, like I said, I do think there's going to be a Rick Grimes movie connection in the season 6 finale in terms of the CRM anyways. And it's going to be because of this nuke going off. And the CRM, I know we're going to be involved in that. Because the thing is, with Teddy wanting to set that thing off, that's like, it's going to contaminate a lot more than just that area of the United States. It's possible that on this show, they're not going to go with logic and what would happen in real life, because, like, it's zombies aren't real, right? So, but based off what I know radiation can do, and I'm not an expert or anything like that, I just watched Chernobyl and I watched a bunch of other videos afterwards, just looking at, like, how nuclear bombs, if things go off, what happens, and the air, the wind do carry that radiation. It carries it pretty far out. And so when something goes off in a certain area, it is going to branch out a lot farther. There obviously is going to be a range on how far it can go. It depends on, I guess, if that fire is still going and if it's constantly emitting. And I don't think they'll go into all of that type of thing. I think what would happen is that it would go out and then a certain region of the United States would just be contaminated and you can't go anywhere near there. And so I think the CRM would just, like, contain that entire place. And so, like, what would that do for Morgan's place, right? He's building this new community. It would be weird for that to just be completely lost. But that could be the reason why they're building that up in season 6, is to build up something that they're making so that when this happens, there's something that they lost, something really big. And like I said, a nuke going off is a big deal. And if it did go off, I don't think it would affect, like, Virginia and stuff, like where Alexandria is based. I don't think so. Because I'm pretty sure Texas is super far away from Virginia. I don't have a map in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it's super far away. And so it depends on the nuke and etc. But I do think just that region would just be completely done. And it's very possible that our group has no knowledge of it even, right? I mean, obviously, if they've been living there fine the entire time, then they just have to be fine. And the reason why I'm bringing up this whole nuke scenario is because of the finale for season 6. It is titled The Beginning, which, if you think about what Teddy's group always writes on the walls, it's the end is the new beginning, or the end is the beginning, right? Well, if this is the beginning, then that is terrifying because that's what they want to do. That's their whole objective. Episode 15 synopsis, I don't have it in front of me, but I know it has to, I think the episode is titled USS Pennsylvania, which I think is the name of the submarine. And so that's going to be their quest. Like, Morgan's going to be trying to stop them, right? It's going to be just insanity, trying to prevent them from sending that thing off. I do think in the finale they are most likely going to. I mean, maybe they prevent it, but, like, it's kind of weird to start something or end something like that right now when you consider the fact that this arc is just starting, right? We just met this group and we know what they're doing, but, like, to end the arc and prevent them from doing their main quest all within the finale, like, they got to start a new arc in season 7. So that's why I think that the nuke's actually going to go off. And that's going to be something that they deal with in season 7. It's going to start something new, and it's going to be really exciting. And it would just be an insane finale, like a crazy ass finale. I really think that's what's going to happen. Because the episode is titled The Beginning, and the synopsis reads, everyone desperately scrambles to live out the coming destruction on their own terms. And I just think that the nuke is it's going to go off and they know what's happening, but it's just they got to come to terms with like, what do we do now? And I think it's going to be a really amazing finale. This whole entire season has been just phenomenal, and so I think the finale is going to deliver on that. I'm really excited. And so what happens once this nuke goes off? Right? That's where I think the CRM are going to come in. And also timeline wise, it works because the story is currently taking place around the time period where like Rick was taken away. It might be a few months later or a few months before. I'm pretty sure it's closer to being later because I know in season 5, we were like a month or a few months before it happened. And there's been some time that's passed since then. So we're set like after Rick was taken away already. But yeah, anyways, in general, it's around the same time period. And it would make sense that the CRM at this point would come in. And I think this is how Morgan becomes aware of the CRM. And I think that's how he could get in movies. It's going to be this situation that teaches him about the CRM and what they're all about. Isabel's going to have to open her mouth about everything. Like, if Morgan learns about where she's from, he's going to want to know. He's going to, like, he really is going to want to know. And if Isabel ends up staying with Althea in this place, the CRM are going to hunt her down, which is going to be scary for Morgan's people. So Morgan, at some point, because of Isabel and Althea's relationship, is going to find out about all this. I mean, taking the nuke thing into consideration, this is the connection here. And from this encounter and the now awareness of the CRM, I think Morgan is going to learn of Rick's survival, imprisonment. He might want to try and save him and all of that. And I think that's where we could see Morgan in a second movie or the third Rick movie. Because like the reunion is going to happen between those two. There's no way they're not going to have a scene again, right? Like Morgan and Rick are going to have a scene again at some point in the future. It just has to happen. There's no way the beginning scene in the season 4 premiere was the last moments between them. There's just no way. They are going to find each other again. We're going to have more with them. There's so much more story to tell with them. Morgan has grown so much. What has Rick been up to? There's endless possibilities there. They gotta meet again at some point, and I think it's going to be in the movies. The reason why is because I don't think it's going to happen on any of the shows, right? Like, is Rick going to go to Fear the Walking Dead? Probably not. Is he going to go to The Walking Dead? Maybe for the last episode. They're in the final season right now. So it makes sense to have Morgan in the movies because that's where you're going to have Daryl, Carol, and all of them, right? They're eventually going to be in those movies, probably in the third one or what have you. And that's where that reunion is going to take place. And I think it makes sense for Morgan to eventually find his way there too. And I think this is the start of it. I don't know if he'll be in the second movie right away. It could be something that we go into in season 7 where he starts to learn more about the CRM in there. But I do think this storyline here with the nuke stuff, like the CRM, they're definitely going to be involved as something went off. Althea went after Isabel. This is the start of that. This is setting up that and Morgan's eventual appearance in the second movie, which I very much am excited for. And so overall, this finale is going to be really big. Like, I really honestly cannot wait for this finale. I think it's going to be one of the biggest Fear finales of all time, and it's going to be interesting because like I'm actually excited for season 7. That's what's so weird about this, is I'm actually excited for Fear the Walking Dead season 7. I don't know when they begin filming. Maybe they already started filming, and I imagine that season is going to premiere in the fall. But like, this show is so good right now. Fear the Walking Dead is just on top. I can't believe how good this show is, and I'm just like, there's still a part of me that believes there's ghost writers. Like, it's just season 5 and 6, they're the polar opposites of each other. There's no way that the writers of that season wrote this. I find it impossible. But yeah, anyways, I'll leave it here. Post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you do want more Walking Dead content like this. And the podcast is coming out very soon. I promise you. Like, we are working on it right now. We have the title, we have the artwork, everything's good to go. We are going to be uploading it on Spotify in the next like day or two for sure. Probably in the next like 2 days, I would say. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's not going to be exclusively just The Walking Dead, like talking about The Walking Dead. We're going to talk about that because I do want to do that. I want to go through all of that, but it's literally going to be just our podcast to talk about whatever. And we can talk about life, have different topics, and just kind of, I don't want to limit myself like that. We're going to be talking about just whatever. And I'm really excited. So like I said, post all your thoughts down below. Hope you all enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.